Hey, and welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my spoiler review and ending talk for Cobra Kai Season 4. It's been an interesting series, this one, with the 10 episodes that we got, and that final big showdown with 47 minutes of the tournament. But here are some of my favorite moments, or surprising moments. So they made it quite a big deal about Daniel and Johnny joining up their dojos at the beginning or the end of season 3 and the beginning first 2 episodes of season 4. What I found interesting, it didn't take them very long to split up because they are almost diametrically opposed in how they teach. Johnny does this hit first or fight first, attack first, very much hands-on, very much action heavy, and Miyagi-Do is very much on the defensive. But what I liked about this season is by the time you get to the end, they're kind of incorporating each other's moves because they know that they have to, evolve. Even we have that kind of flashback with Miyagi basically saying you need to take the martial art, what I taught you, and make it your own. And I thought that was a really nice homage and a nice elevation or evolution of these dojos, which hopefully might mean that there actually can become one dojo at the end. And they even had that name, Miyagi Fang or something like that. One of the big moments, I think, will be Hawk losing his hair. I thought that was a very interesting character journey for Hawk, particularly because his identity was very much in this strong outer shell that he was portraying, and the hair kind of gave him his power. Like Samson in the Bible, when he loses his hair, he kind of loses his power. And he had to deal with self-doubt for a lot of the episodes, and the way they show that, him being at home, really kind of broken down again, people making fun of this cleft on his lip, I thought that was also very real. And when he comes to basically save the day, they didn't win, but he has an incredible fight there at the end. I just thought that was such a great redemption arc. One of my favorite moments. Not a huge fan of Carrie Underwood, but it was interesting having her there as part of this, like the showcase piece for someone singing and kind of saying, do your best. I'm a little bit confused as to why she was even included. I'm not sure how it furthers the story in any way. Does that have a relation to like the original movies somehow? I don't know, so maybe you can let me know in the comments. Silver and Kreese's relationship in the 10 episodes been very interesting. Silver has felt that Kreese has been manipulating him and using the shame card about Vietnam and him saving Silver in Vietnam, and he becomes that guy, that evil guy that we saw. Is it Karate Kid 2? Or Karate Kid 1, when he's teaching Daniel LaRusso to, smack the boards, and he's breaking his knuckles, bleeding and cut. We saw then the type of man he was, and Daniel's obviously very worried. And so we see the evolution of this character, especially when you see him beating that one character who wants to be Cobra Kai. We know that he is the bad guy. Well, for me, I was watching him, it's like, I know this history there, I kind of understand. Like, in my mind, I can't justify what you have done. I think that is really evil. So Silver setting up Kreese at the end, I wasn't surprised by. And I do wonder what you guys think. Will Kreese be back? Will he be able to get rid of Silver? And I think they've showcased this. He's a much worse bad guy or dojo leader. He is a good evil genius. They kind of didn't want to have been the leader of Cobra Kai. I think things are just going to get darker and worse in season 5, which is why I really like that little snippet where we have Daniel talking to Miyagi's gravestone and Chozen walks back. Obviously he's from Karate Kid 2. They've already met each other. Daniel went back and visited and had a good chat with him, but Chozen didn't want to come back then. Now we have Chozen, who's going to help run the Miyagi-Do, which I think will be an interesting dynamic, because then we have 3 senseis, and I doubt that Eagle Fang will probably stick around with Miyagi though if there's another sensei. The dynamic there will just too much for them to handle. If I was writing it, I wouldn't be able to write them in together to sticking around, because like I said, diametrically opposed. However, it'll be very interesting to see Daniel and Chozen. Will they be headbutting, because they again have different styles, but Chozen did seem to have some interesting techniques that Daniel hadn't learned yet, and I'm really excited to see what they incorporate with that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And then there's an interesting story with Miguel leaving to find his father, Johnny following him. I think there's going to be a sort of side story there, a rescue mission. It's going to be interesting to see who they cast as Miguel's father. Miguel actually hasn't met his father yet, or Miguel's father doesn't know of his existence, and I feel like there's going to be some martial arts included in there. His father's going to be some badass. It's going to be an interesting dynamic to see what they do with that, because Johnny obviously really cares for his own son, and they've kind of made up, but he's said that he's going to go and find Miguel, which I think is going to be an interesting story. It's left us with, oh, this is a great storyline, but it's also kind of setting up some really interesting, fun dynamics for what's going to happen in season 5, which leaves me very excited. So let me know your thoughts below. What did you think of this season? Are you excited for next season? What was your favorite episode or moment between a couple of characters, or favorite fight scene? Love to chat to you in the comments about that. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.